Good afternoon, folks. We are up and running. Let me get everything switched over, and we'll hit the grind once again in Warriors Abyss. Let me get the volume up a little bit more. We'll leave it there for now, and I can adjust it if necessary. Okay, we are hitting the grind once again in Abyss. There is an expected update for this coming out in February. I don't think it's been confirmed on a release date yet, but I do want to keep working on upgrading the cast and unlocking things. Since the last time I streamed this, I did get a chance to grind through with Zwiltzy, and I have beaten Traversal 6 with him. What I'd like to do is take him into Hidden Traversal 6, which I've heard it's harder in general, but the progression's a little easier because certain drops per floor are eliminated. And I don't think I've tried Hidden Traversal 6 yet. I also didn't get the most optimal clear file when I beat T6 with this guy. I didn't get maxed out element across the board. So if we get a good clear file, we could take it into the extra modes. We've done T5, done T6. Okay. Time to sight read the hardest mode in the game. I forgot to check his cumulative level. I think it's maybe 5 something. Okay, we want 100% in on element. Ooh, we can get double vigor. Okay, that works. We also have to get book. I think in my successful clear on T6, I went all the way through it without getting the book. It'd definitely make things easier, but it's such a luck of the draw situation. Pick up vulnerable invade. Okay. I think wind is going to be our first one to max out. Arrowhead. Okay, 2% for every flame emblem. Okay. Fire and wind look like they're going to be our priority for now, unless the hero drops change dramatically. I'm not seeing any performance drops either. We were having frame rate issues last time. So far, everything's alright. We'll see once we get into the later zones and the enemy density goes up. We haven't gotten any skill drops. Could take Jiangwei, but there's no element. Could take Kuroda to get Slay. I'm gonna reroll it. That's better. I'll take Ina, get on the board with Bolt. Hey, what's up, Beep? How you doing? Welcome to the Warriors Abyss stream. You're having a good Saturday. Okay, next floor is the boss. Have you ever seen this game before? I know it seems like we do a lot of roguelites on the channel, but I've been playing this one for the greater part of a year. Ooh, that'll work better. 2% for every wind emblem. Ah. Okay, you haven't seen it yet? So I'm assuming if you play games, you've heard of like the Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors games. The Musou franchise under Tecmo Koei, they've been around forever. Like hack and slash, mission campaign, like historical event retellings. Well, this is kind of like a Vampire Survivors or Hades type of game with the cast from the Musou games. And the whole point is to go through the different floors, fighting through waves of enemies while building not only your character, but the squad that you recruit of characters. Ow. Try and clear through everything as quickly as possible. And there's some permanent meta progression stuff and quite a bit of depth. I like it because there's a ton of characters. I think that we're up to like 100 something. This is the first boss. There's 4 zones, and on the 8th floor of every zone is a boss. You beat that, clear it, move on to the next zone, and basically go to either beat it or you die. First boss is done. I'll explain the kind of build system when we get to the next floor. Unlike a game like Hades or Vampire Survivors, instead of getting weapons, you recruit characters from the Musou series, and they have buffs and abilities that augment how your character that you're controlling plays. And let's see, we were trying to roll a specific treasure, a relic, from this boss fight. And we didn't get it. We want the Book of the Art of Concealment, I believe. These give us permanent perks for the run. This will take 6 secret teachings. And so the stat emblems you see here are what affect your character's parameters as you're going. I'm kind of blocking my totals. They're in the lower right. But as you collect more of the emblems either from the floor or from recruiting characters, then it boosts different abilities, and you kind of want to focus around the strengths of the character you're playing as you're building and upgrading, because the floors scale in difficulty. We're playing on a hidden difficulty mode for the first time right now, and I've never beaten before. See how it goes. So far it's tough, but manageable. Alright. Occasionally we'll get bonus missions before you fully clear the floor. Dig out this mini version of the first boss. Wow, stuff is hard in this difficulty. Did I? Choke him down. Whew, it was close. Deep says 3D Brotato with more mechanics and less potato. To me, all wave-based defense games are Brotato for some reason. Similar concept. I have played Brotato before. If you swap out like the gear upgrades for like characters and character recruitment, same basic concept. Okay, so these saplings pop up every floor after we clear it, and it rolls a set of characters that we can choose to recruit into our army, essentially. And the little tile emblems underneath their portrait represent different parameters, as shown here. And as we stack up more of the emblems, then at each breakpoint where you see a little marker here, it unlocks abilities that our character gets for that run. And each character has their own base sets of abilities and things that are affected by the emblems. And so for our character playing here, as you'll see, he has a really high boost to elemental damage. Elements being fire, ice, wind, bolt, and slay. But we need the Book of the Art of Concealment to get a really large boost to the amount of emblems we get every time we pick one up. Let's see. I guess we'll take Dong Jewel. Alright. Crystal beads allow us to re-roll, essentially. On a normal, it's one and done, but if you have the crystal beads, you can pull another character, which we'll hold on to these other two that we got. Deep says my game about wasting time is almost done. Oh, nice. Is it like an idle game? I know, I think you mentioned before that you code and you work on game stuff. That's cool. Alright. The cauldrons. I know I'm kind of blitzing through the mechanics, but when these show up on a floor, rather than fight enemies, we can spend our Tears of Blood currency. I think it looks like a bag with red crystals. And in the cauldrons, it rolls characters that we can recruit, formations that we can use, or basic power-ups when I'm going to have to buy health because I'm almost dead. But we'll get Ryza from the Atelier Games. We'll get Otani. And I guess we'll get Kunoichi. It says, an idle game where you have to be active to progress, mostly, and you get rewarded with nothing. It's out in beta right now on my site if you want to check it out later. Yeah, I'll have to take a look. Is it the same site that's linked off of your YouTube? I can take a look. can upgrade to Hawk's Wings. Alright, gotcha. I saw that you do music too. That's cool. Alright, I didn't mention this here. All the characters that we recruit into our army, we slot them into slots 1 through 6 on our team. That's how I can summon them when I'm on the field. But they confer different bonuses depending on what emblems you've got unlocked. So we can have the computer optimize it for us for now. And so that determines the characters that are on the bottom in the 3 portrait slots. Those are my team summons. Alright. Bountiful Blooms. These are events that can pop up on each floor. They'll give you a choice of temporary bonuses throughout the run, whether it's temporarily boosting stats, healing you each round, or unlocking certain things for that run, but it's just random. Pop up. Ow. I need to be really careful. More firepower. And the name of the game here will be trying to avoid taking damage. I think our damage is okay. This run's primarily a test to see if the character that we're playing now has got enough stats to do this feasibly, or if we need to grind out some more. I think after this, whether I beat the run or I die, we'll take a brand new character out, since I think I spent the last stream, the entirety of the stream, playing with this guy since we just unlocked him. Bad timing. That I did right there with the big Spirit Bomb nuke is assemble. When that gold bar above the portraits is full and I hit R2, it goes into a temporary mode where all of my recruited characters in the 6 slots will come out and do attacks. And then if I finish with the Musou attack, it does that really big sort of nuke. Powerful. It doesn't guarantee invincibility, but it does do a boatload of damage. Okay, here's another event. Increase Tears of Blood by 3,000, guaranteed. Karma Embers are our meta unlock currency. Or we gamble. 70%, get 2 more crystal beads, 30%, nothing. I'm going to take that. 5 crystal beads would be very handy. And we lost the gamble, 30%. It sucks. Oh, I burned my first res. This character has 2 free reses when he dies. Not great to burn it in the second zone. Especially when stuff does like 50% of my health. Okay. Yuejing. Skill speed's good, but we get emblem on Lu Lingqi. Let's reroll. Fire and lightning. That's not bad. This bird enemy, it's a mini version of the Zone 2 boss. A lot of boss types showing up. They're really more of an annoyance than anything else. We don't really give you anything else to take them out. Up to 11 fire. Our first break point is 14. Oh, another crystal bead. I'll burn a couple of them here. The book is called Wisdom. That affects our Musou arc, our super move. But if we're able to get enough of it, we'll get life regen on combo, which is going to be helpful considering how much damage I'm taking. Consecutive hits recover health. That's it. 2 left. We'll hold them. The peach floors are healing. I guess I can go here since I've got all these beads that have essentially gotten me free recruits. But generally it's kind of seen as a waste because you don't get any boost to your party, but going into a boss, having good health would be a good idea. I'm going to get worked. Here's the bird. Bending my meter. Oh, that's my second resurrection. Yeah, I might need to grind more. My stats are a bit higher before I can take on the hidden difficulty. Ooh, that's tough. Who do we want to take out for a spin? I could pull up the randomizer. This is the cast list. Maybe it's easier to show it here. This is our unlock screen. All of the portraits here are the characters that we unlock since starting the game eons ago. And it's a mix of characters from Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors, the guest characters from the Atelier Ryza game, and characters from Ninja Gaiden. Okay. Let's see who's got a bonus. It's not terribly important, but the little spear icon means I've unlocked a unique weapon for the characters, which gives them a second series of perks, essentially on the bottom in slot 2. If the spear is glowing red like that, it means I've transcended them, which is like an upgrade to the character's stats, abilities, and the weapon perks. And I have not unlocked everybody's weapon yet. But Zhurong, I am working on her. She's at cumulative level 168. And the little blue flame in the upper right corner means we get a boost to the amount of currency we get for rewards when we're doing the run. And that currency is used to power up the characters, unlock things like their weapons, or transcend them for the boost. Who else has it? And that little flame bonus just randomizes every time you start a new run. I kind of want to take out someone that I haven't tried at all yet. And the trophy or icon in the upper left is representing the level of difficulty that I've cleared with said characters. So there's a lot. Usually 5. Traversal level 5 is my go-to. Let's try Zhang Liao. We'll give him... The Records of Sin are things we unlock in one of the other modes that basically gives us a set stat bonus and ability bonus for the run. It's like a perma buff for the run while it's equipped. Where is my bigger book? Not that one. I thought I had one that boosts the... There you go. Why is this one favorited? Okay. So our base skills for Zhang Liao. Brave General gets us 5% attack. Actually, maybe I should throw that on there. That's actually better. Total Brave General emblems by 30%. Let's give that a try since this is specific to this character. 5% attack for every Brave General emblem. Increases attack by 50% for 10 seconds for every 100 enemies defeated. His weapon, Warrior's Axes. Bolt damage to enemies been knocked in the air. Increases attacks by 30%. Charge attacks towards enemy barriers. Okay. We'll go Traversal level 5. I've never played this character before, so we're going to learn on the fly. Slow ground speed. I need to keep an eye out for Brave General, which is one of the sub-emblem types. I'll explain what I mean through this level. In addition to the main emblems under the portrait, the little nameplate things below their name, those are the character-specific emblems. So Brave General is one that certain characters have. I need to keep an eye out for that. Okay, take Bolt. Commander, Torchbearer. Here's got him. Might need to upgrade his base speed as we go. Doesn't move terribly fast, but hits hard. What's his Muso look like? Okay, so like a fast lunge and then area effect hit. That's useful. So Vigor, the fist icon, affects base damage, range, and if we get it to max level, it gives us projectiles on our basic swings. Very handy. Ooh, character weapon. Oh, I should have looked at the emblems. I'm not used to checking for the character specific ones. Okay, Kenshin's got it. Which is good because he's got a really good set of abilities to unlock. Vigor, skill, bolts. Punch souls. They'll just spawn randomly on the map. You gotta track them down. Just one. There's two. There's a third one. One more floor and hit the boss. Rachel, Bolt plus Vigor. Puts us at 7. Okay, that's pretty good for the first zone. We want to get it to 18. That's max level. Taking good chunks out of the boss's shield. That's what the white bar is underneath their life bar. We've got to deplete that. Breaking it puts the bosses into a staggered state, and then we can do actual HP damage and drop them. Mirror for Beasts. 6 secret teachings again. But let's get Matsukaze. This takes the cooldown, which each of the summoned characters in our portrait slots have a cooldown, and this cuts it by 50%. Quite useful for certain characters, especially if you're building for summon spam, which we're not doing here. But it'll be nice to get our teammates on the board faster. Okay, we can take John Hui. Skill, so or skill wisdom. I'm gonna go for skill. I think I do want to raise speed just because this guy's foot speed is so slow. But we'll get skill up there too. Okay. Zhang Wei has Brave General. We'll take that. Increase max health by 10%. The cost of our tiers works. Attack range up. Brave General. We're gonna need a new formation at some point too. Strength has a lot of defensive boosts. It'll boost some of our summon abilities too. We can take Hojo. He's also got Brave General. How much of a boost are we getting from that? Brave General times 9, so 45%. It's pretty good. This tells us our base stats and how we're doing for the run. Health is the heart. The flexing arm, that's damage. Foot speed, shield is defense. So up to 1666 for damage. That's not bad in zone 2. By the end of the run, we want that closer to 5k. Okay, we'll go Vigor up to 10. Should be able to max it out by the end of Zone 3 at this rate. That's good. I like his Muso. I think it's useful to have something that travels so you can kind of aim towards a pack of enemies. And then when you get there, it has the burst around it. Okay, 80%. That should put us up over 2K. Nope. Oh, hey, there's Zul'Cy. His summoning skill, Tactical Absorption, allows you to absorb health from enemies with status ailments. Unique tactics. Okay, I don't think I've ever recruited this guy since he came out. So we'll manually slot him in on the team. It's first boss. Now back to the bird. That's where we died last run. So assemble. Should open up the bird really fast, yeah. That's an unupgraded character too. Pretty good. Okay, we can get the Dakak Ding Vessel. 100% Muso gauge charge amount. That's probably our best bet here. Means our Muso bar will fill much faster and we can use it. At the cost of no more peach trees, which I never use. into bullets. Okay, Vigor Tree. That's good. We're at 12. We need 6 more. And like I said, we'll be on track to max it out by the end of the 3rd zone. We'll see how lucky we get with drops. Now that we're in zone 3, I'm not seeing the frame rate dip like it was before. Well, I don't know what the problem was, but everything seems to be working fine now. Brave General on Tadakatsu, of course. Plus a bunch of the strength boosts is also good. Definitely seeing that increased Muso gauge recharge pretty fast. Okay, 14. Getting close. Let's see if we can get a better formation. We're still using the base one. Already in zone 3. Want something that'll give us a boost based off of bolts. And of course there's none. That's my next highest. I guess we go flame. Sweet. 15. Think. Three more, two more floors to hit the boss on this one. Dian Wei has Brave General. 25%. Oh, is that a buff state? I didn't notice that was giving me some sort of buff. This triangle move gives him some sort of power, but I just can't tell what it is. Oh, is it Wind Blasts? I think it is. I think it gives him Wind Blasts in the end of all of his attacks. That's what it looks like. That's useful. Ryu Hayabusa of Ninja Gaiden fame. He also gets Brave General. The character is very strong as a summon and primarily as a player character. Okay, I'll take the evasion cooldown. Next floor is the boss. Probably going with the full Muso bar. Oh yeah, you can see the regular strikes without the buff, and then with the whirlwinds. I wonder how much damage that adds. Okay, boss 3, Tamahami the Wraith. This, like I've said in previous streams, is kind of your run DPS check. This boss has more health than the first two, so if you're not up on your DPS, you'll be able to tell here it'll be a tougher fight. We're doing decent damage. One bar it? No, I don't think it's gonna be a one bar. Its HP pool is much higher than the shield, but I think it's gonna get about 50%, just under it. It's Super Muso, you get throwing it during Assemble, and then the Spirit Bomb. Close. Oh, just shy. It's going. real damage. That'll be enough. Not bad. Okay, what are we gonna roll for treasure on floor 3? This is our last one for the run. None of them very good. I guess we'll just take the compass. I really wish we could re-roll. Hopefully in a future update they'll give us the ability to re-roll those relics. Zone 4, and there's a ton of enemies, and I'm not seeing the frame rate drop. Alright, well, that's good for the broadcast today. So Charm, which I haven't really talked about since we've been playing today, this emblem upgrades our summons, it reduces cooldown, and upgrades Assemble, that mode where I throw everybody out on the screen at once. Haven't been focusing on it too much because we're not doing a lot of summon spam, but it is useful. It'll reduce our cooldowns, the stats with Matsukaze. Well, we didn't max out Vigor by the end of Zone 4, but we should get it relatively soon. We're at 17 now. We need to hit 18. 18 for Vigor, 14 for skill, and then kind of split between skill and elemental damage with Bolt. Okay, pretty close to hitting 14 as well. Okay, Sanada has Brave, General. Okay, and we get 14 skill from that. Level 14 applies Element to every attack instead of only on certain ones. So that means we get Bolt on everything. Whoops. Our overall mission targets for each floor as we go are going up to free strength emblem. Okay, we'll get Zhang Fei. Not only does he max us out with Vigor, but we also get Brave General from him too. So now that we have maxed out Vigor, all of our swings have that shockwave with bolt element on it. That's why they're yellow. That allows us to really wipe out waves quickly. And also boost our Muso gauge because they pierce. Get to our super move faster by getting our gauge filled constantly. Now, if we can get our bolt up to at least 14, that'll get us Protective Star. Okay, we get Zhuge Liang 2 levels into Wisdom and more bolt. Okay, that's good. Let's check the Cauldron. Maybe we can get a good formation before we head into the final series of fights at the end of this floor and the final boss. We can get Azure Dragon, 7% for every wind emblem. We've got 4. It's not super great. Or we can get 8 Gates Gold Lock, which is a pretty good one for endgame. Normally I don't get this one as I focus on element, but this will boost our Muso, which we're using pretty frequently, so that's good. I'll take these guys for now. And I forgot to change my formation. We'll do it on this floor. 20% Muso damage bonus is pretty good. In general, if you're not able to get something that boosts the element or whatever build you're doing, that 8 Gates Gold Lock is a pretty safe bet. Check our damage too while we're here. $29.66. Not terrible. A little bit on the low side, but we're on Traversal 5, so I don't think it'll be a big deal. How many Brave General Emblems we have now? 20? Okay. 100% attack boost. Okay, one more floor to go into the boss. Zone 4 boss is actually two bosses. First one is basically a version of Lu Bu on steroids, Bloodthirsty Warrior, and then a version of Tadakatsu on steroids, Veteran. You fight him back to back. Bloodthirsty's not too bad, but he hits hard. You want to be careful not to be stuck right next to him. 8 Gates Gold Lock also puts a shield on us when we're underassembled. As long as we're not on T6 or higher, then nothing can hurt us when that's up. Not super necessary, but it is nice. Oh, almost enough to one bar him. Okay, next up, straight into the Veteran. The Veteran is still dangerous, but has more projectile attacks and things can hit from range. Got him down to about 50. Ooh. Could be dead. Alright. Going in the final boss. We don't get treasures when we beat the last two bosses, but we get one final cauldron. We don't have a ton of tears, so I don't think I'll be able to get much. Yeah, I can heal. Okay, this is Goma. This is the final boss of the run. Sort of blobby hell demon. In this form, Goma has a lot of kind of projectile attacks. It's a bit slow, and will summon ads like this. Not too bad. We don't want to get caught by any of those big attacks, but if we just keep moving and apply pressure, we'll be alright. Down to a quarter. Still doing decent shield damage. I think our base damage is as high as it could be. So even though we can bust the shield down quickly, we're not doing a ton of HP damage to these bosses. It's alright. We got him. Now form 2. Second form, final form of Goma. Moves around a bit more, has more dangerous projectile attacks and higher damage in general. Just like that. Laser Beams of Doom. Strategy's the same though. Keep dodging. Wait for it to turn yellow to break the shield and get additional shield damage. Get into a stagger state. And then toss Assemble out to try and stack up damage as much as possible. Aw. See if we can get him down a decent chunk below 50. That will help. Get the shield down. Close. Well, not quite. Tap him. That's all she wrote. Okay, let's skip the credits. This is our wrap up for the run. 42 minutes, about par on a T5 with an upgraded character. 11.9 million total battle power is alright. On our stats, level 37, 333 health, 3234 in damage. I think we were maybe 1800 short of it being just kind of a cakewalk damage wise. 135 speed, 1280 defense. We maxed out vigor, didn't max out skill, but we got to 14. Overall, I'd say pretty average. I don't think it's really a run worth keeping. But Jiang Liao is pretty strong just on his own. Kind of makes me wonder what his upgrades look like. We picked up one for Sanada, I think. Yep. Where is Jiang Liao? There he is. So if we were to transcend this dude, 5% for Brave General, 50% attack bonus, bolt damage. Okay. Transcend, 6% for Brave General, 50% for 20 seconds. And I think that's it. And his Unique tactic goes up by 20%. Okay, that's interesting. Pretty fun character. I like his moveset. He's a little bit slow on the ground, but he hits hard. And his combos are fun. What was our upgrades for... So let's see. 628. Okay, so we could upgrade this guy to 750. I think Secret Traversal 6 is going to be a pretty decent challenge no matter what we do. But won't worry about that for now. Okay. Let's think of another character we can take in and sight read. We could try Ayane. She's one of the crossover characters from Ninja Gaiden. I have not tried her yet. Fast. Has the Shinobi emblems. Every Shinobi emblem boosts her attack by 7%. Her weapon skill, Midnight Butterfly, and the Inflict Wound charges Musou. And after you defeat 4 Sin Spewers, gives her a barrier. Okay. It's her Transcend. Health regen 1% for every 50 enemies defeated. Okay, that's pretty good. And the barrier goes up to 10 seconds instead of... Nope, that stays the same. Okay. Ooh. Didn't notice that Twitch has been auto-detecting spam comments from bots, advertising stuff. They get a prompt before you folks in chat even see it, so I can just block it out right, which is nice. Oh, I know what we can do. Let's take Ayane. It's one of these. These are the training hall runs. Basically, when you go through here, you have same sequence of floors like we did in the main mode, but each one has a specific set of parameters that changes things for just that run. So like Flower of War training, everything's built around making a team with Flower of War emblem characters, and if you recruit ones that don't, then they're essentially debuffed. But we get rewards for beating all these. We get the unlock currency, the Karmic Embers, and we also get Records of Sin. Maybe we can try, where is it? Transient Hero. This is one I haven't tried yet, so this will be an interesting experiment. We'll take Ayane in to sight read. But basically, I think this means every floor, it's going to change the player character. So we'll see how that looks. Let's see, for her Record of Sin. Here's her alt costume. I like her second costume way more than her original one. Her original one with the boob cups is kind of weird looking. I don't know why they chose that one from all the Ninja Gaiden games. But that one's fine. Do I have one that'll boost Shinobi? Do. 20% for heroes with the Shinobi emblem. Only 20%? It's not super great. I'll take this one. Funding on T5. Okay. Ayane is pretty fast on the ground. Makes sense. Diving attack. And we want to prioritize Slay, the element for her. Or Shinobi. I think the amount of characters that have Shinobi as one of their emblems is a little bit lower, but there's a few. You need to keep an eye out. Essentially, any of the ninja type characters, ninja or assassin types usually have Shinobi. You want to hit 14 skill again. Same goal as before. 18 vigor, 14 skill. Slay is our elemental priority. Okay, her Muso's static. Doesn't move, but it's a giant shockwave all the way around her. Take an extra crystal bead. No, it's got Shinobi here. Yeah, we'll take skill plus bolt. Not getting a lot of Slay coming up the rotation. That's what I'm saving my one extra roll on sapling, my bead. There it is. We'll prioritize vigor. One more floor and hit the first boss. That was close. Oh, another weapon. That's lucky. 2 in one session. These have a random chance to drop from the mission chest, but it is rare. We got Momiji's weapon. Nice. I see we got Sasuke. Appropriately enough, he is also Shinobi. Oh. Yep, it did shuffle. Now we have Jotai as our main, which he's not really powered up at all. It's been a while since I played this dude. He's got a cool moveset, but I kind of forgot how it works. Close. Not quite. We have to keep an eye on how often it's going to cycle out our characters and force us to swap. Okay, so we have the kettle again, sword. Let's take compass. Not a good sequence of or series of items to choose from, but we'll take it. Okay, back to Ayane. See when it switches again. Be interesting if it's every boss, but I think it's a set amount of floors. Punish souls. Okay, gonna hunt him down. One. Another one. Two. Okay. Okay, we can get Sunjian. Guess we can go here. We'll burn our bead. Try and get double stacked on vigor. Oh, now we're switched to Jotai. I wonder if it is every floor, but we were just random rolling and got lucky that it didn't switch. Oh, that's right. That's what it does. Goes out in front and hits around. Very Virgil. Guanping. And his sister, I think, Guan Yinping. Oh, picked up another one. Too bad. That gets us up to 7. And we're back to Ayane. Is it going to switch us when we go to the next floor now? double figure from Jiang Fei. Just save our tears for now. Okay, now we have Guan Ping. I've never played this guy before. He uses kind of like a great sword. He's not super slow, kind of a heavy swinger. Okay, yeah, I think the way the roll is supposed to work, every floor, it's going to change us potentially to another character. But if we continue to build primarily around vigor, skill, and slay, we should be alright. Double skill for Magoichi. Yeah, we'll take that. Back to Ayane. Oh, which combo was that? C4? That's pretty good. It moves a lot. Yeah, it's C4. Long snake. Okay, we didn't have that one before. Flat 10% speed. It's not bad. Okay, Momiji's got Shinobi, but if we're switching all the time, I don't know. I think it's gonna by default treat our main like the one character we picked. I wonder if it always cycles back to the main. Let's grab the Shinobi Emblem while it's here. Those are more rare. We'll see who it gives us for the next floor. Jiang Fei. Oh, I wonder if it's... Is it keeping the player level? We're at 14. I have to see that next time we switch. I assume it does. It'd be weird if it treated each potential party member's level separately. We'll see. Well, we were 14, or we were 15 when it ended. I don't think it's resetting the levels. Player level stays consistent. Well, that's interesting. On triangle, he's got single swing, where you can hold it up and charge it for a bigger hit. Just like Monster Hunter. And Nene's got Shinobi. But is it going to give us? Who's going to give us for the boss? The bird. Oh, that's Guan Yingping. Okay, pretty good damage. Okay, we'll take the Muso charge again. Oh, switch again. Now we have Sinjian, another character I've never played with. This is one way to sight read and cast. Force switches every single floor. Okay, he's pretty quick. A lot of lateral hits. Muso. Forward hitting shockwaves. Bad. Uh-oh, he didn't die. Back to Ayane. That's right, she gets the shield. Ah, come on. Let's see, we can re-roll for pretty much anything besides this. Okay, we can take Zhang Chunhua. She at least has Slay. Take Scissor. Ups attack by 3% for every Slay emblem. And just hold for now. Oop, here's No. I have played with this character a decent amount. She's fun. She has some good group attacks and a good person-to-person damaging abilities. Her supers are okay. That one's good. It's kind of behind her for a blast. Her super Muso is a little bit less good. It's when she tosses bombs in front. Okay, that one goes out in front and she turns her back. So it hits in front of her for a big shockwave. C3, C4. The one where she spins. That's a useful move. Not that one. I think it's C3. Yeah, there it is. Crystal bead. Oh, nice. That gets us up to 13. Well, now we got Kenshin. Kenshin's a heavy hitter. Slower than the other characters. Hits like a freight train. His Muso gives him this sort of double clone. Ups his attack power. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized that switching characters every time changes my emblems because certain characters have a boost. I wasn't paying attention to that. We'll see it when I get to the clear. With Kenshin active, we have more than 18. That's why everything has got shockwaves on it. But if I switch to someone else, then it's not going to be that high. Yeah, okay, when he's active, we've got 21 vigor, but as soon as it switches out, it's going to go back to what it was. Well, that makes it tough. It's kind of tough to plan. Oh, we need to throw Scissor on there. Now we have Zhao Yun. Now it's a completely different spread of emblems. We no longer have the shockwave bonus. How much this guy moves when he attacks. Yeah, this guy, 5% for every Shu emblem. I do not have his weapon unlocked. Okay, we'll burn it here. Back to Joltai. Okay, almost to 18 on Vigor. That's good. Okay, where are we at? $10. Okay, we'll take Sanada. Now it's boss 3. Who's it gonna swap us to? Is that Shimazu? No, it's Rachel. Okay. Another character that I think I played with once. I don't remember her moveset at all. Do remember she has a gun though. Decent damage. Yeah, almost a 1 bar. That's pretty good. Just short, yep. I didn't even see what her Muso did. Ooh, 18. That's good. Hope not die. Last relic of the run. I guess we'll get the aggro wood. Again, nothing offensive based. Could be better. Zone 4. And back to Zhao Yun again. Now we need to get our skill up to 14. His moveset's fun. Need to unlock his weapon. Zhao Yun was kind of like John Musso, the poster boy for the Dynasty Warriors games for a bit. extra controls for Nobunaga? When he performs charge C5, he goes into boosted state, allows him to perform additional attacks during his charge attacks. Huh. I don't know if I've ever seen that prompt before. Did it switch us? Oh, that's why it gave us that prompt. Nobunaga is also pretty fun. I need to build that character at some point. His moveset's very strong because of his install state. He can really do a lot of damage. Oh, we hit 14. That might be due to a boost from one of the cast members. Let's see. Oh, is that Cha-Cha? Yep. Also a fun character. Base moveset has a lot of projectiles and things that swarm the screen. Like so. Oh no, it looks like we hit 15 skill. Okay. Who's next? Oh, back to Inping. It boosts Muso attack power. I think no matter who it swaps us to, being able to do decent damage in all the different Musos will only help clear things faster. It can also help us regen. Pylon Slay. We're pretty close to hitting 14. We'll do it on the next floor. Go back to Kenshin. Couple more floors to the boss. 4. Oh, here's Zoltzi. Take that. Is this Slube? Yep. Leader of Shu. His Musou gets all the way in front of him. Alright, let's see if we can get to 18 Slay by the time we get to the boss. That's going to be difficult, but I think we'll be close. That gets us a double projectile orbiting around that does damage. Back to Zhao Yun again. I'm not using my evade since we take a 1% health penalty every time we do, just for this floor. Oh nice, we got a free Slay Orb. We're gonna get one for the floor to hit 18. That's pretty lucky. Now a Protective Star 2. Question is, who are they going to swap us to for the twin bosses here? Oh, Cha-Cha again? Okay. Ow. Nice dodge. Again, miss dodge. Uh-oh. I thought I could get around it. Man, that's a really rough spot to die. Right at the end. Okay, I wonder if it gives us cumulative levels for everybody we played with. Or Sun Jian. I know I didn't play with him before. Or was it just the main character we selected for that mode? Yeah, didn't give any cumulative levels to him. Okay. Well, before we wrap up for today, rather than end on a loss, let's go into the special modes. We'll take Zoltzi. This is the clear data that I saved from the last T6 run I did with him from the 29th of December. So we maxed out Wind and Bolt. We got to 17 skill. We didn't max out Vigor. So because we can play depths and get additional emblems, we might be able to get to 18 on Ice, but I don't think we will on the other ones. We'll see. This mode is kind of like an endurance round. We have 15 minutes to get as far as possible and kill as many things as possible to tally up the essences. And how much we get by the end of the run determines our rewards. This is where we get the books, the Sin Tomes that I was showing off earlier. Those are unlocked through playing this mode with our clear data from regular mode. So our base target is 1500 KOs per floor, and it basically randomizes as we go. Spirit Essence. And each floor, rather than take us to a spot to get the trees to choose, we choose a debuff that gives us a negative perk. And then if we clear it, we get that amount of Spirit Essence as a reward, and that tallies. I think I'm locking it in the lower right. But we're at 1800 now, and whatever we end up with by the end determines our rewards. And by defeating the boss, the mini-boss characters on the map, we get a little bit of that essence reward. So, in general, if we can, we want to take them out for a bonus. Does a lot of damage. And it's always 1500 unless we get a negative perk that ups the required amount of kills we've got to get per floor. And the further we go into the depths, the higher the reward per floor cleared becomes, and the stronger enemies get to. So it's like a higher exponentially scaling difficulty, and more like an endurance match versus the regular mode, which is about building your character and your squad to get further. This is trying to get as far as possible, as fast as possible, since we're on a time limit. And every couple floors, I don't know if it's random or how it's triggered, but we will get more emblems to choose from, so it's possible to make our character build better. Okay, we can boost fire and get some vigor at the same time. because of all the element we have stacked up, we have a bunch of different colors of the orbs orbiting us, and they spin so quickly that they really do damage against the bosses if you're right next to them. A good strategy would be to just sort of get close, break their shields, and with the elemental damage, chip their health down really fast. Case in point, it'll get harder as the overall enemy HP scales higher, but right now it's just easy money. Get this bonus essence for our rewards. As you can see, the floor tile set's just random. It's going to cycle between all the different zones we've been to up till now. The scenery will constantly change, but we want to get through as quick as possible, so... Now we're up to 11,000 essence. In about 11 minutes. Going along at a decent speed. The danger zones mean more enemy spawns, and I think more mini-boss spawns too. While it's a little more dangerous, I think having just more targets on the field for us to kill is ultimately better. Alright, what we got? Get a pretty big boost from Liu Bei, but I think I'm going to go with the element. Get fire up to 11. later. Bye. Now our floor rewards are going up to about 1,000 essence per. I think we get much more from just taking out the mini bosses, but we also want to keep killing things so that we keep progressing too. We're at level floor 8. In the upper right corner tells us how far we've gotten. I think my record's like 17. I think. Whoa, big boy. Coming up on about 8 minutes, about halfway through the run. Okay, let's see. Ice would be good. This gets up to 18 ice. Okay, that's good. We get second protective star. Definitely worth it. Plus we get vigor. I don't know if it's easy to tell on the broadcast, but now there's another orb in this orbiting RGB aura of death. So now we just need fire and slay. If you can get all of the elements to 18, it does a ridiculous amount of damage. I haven't managed to do it yet because I haven't been lucky enough to get the book, which ups the total amount of orbs. But we might be able to get close on this run. I think fire is going to be next. enemies are definitely getting tougher. There's more of them, but their HP pools are higher. Six and a half minutes. So 36,000 essence. Good rewards seem to be around 50 to 60 from what I've seen. This would be easier if I had maxed out vigor. Shockwaves would get me more range to kill things, but as it stands, I just need to get close, and then the aura of death will pretty much wipe out everything. Especially the mini bosses. $4K. Save that. Four and a half minutes. Okay, we can get Slay. We can max out our skill too. Oh yeah, we did. We hit max skill 18. That ups all parameter power. That should be a pretty big damage boost. $56,000 in essence. If we get 70 by the end, should be pretty decent rewards. Rude. Oh, there you are. Teleporting around the dirt. $66,000. I think we'll hit 70. We can go for 75 or 80. Or 15. It's 3 big goals in a row. Okay, 2 minutes left. Gotta pick up the pace a bit. Okay, guess we can get Slay. Puts at 11. Almost 80k in essence. Oh, past 80. A little more than a minute left. I think we can get to 17. I don't know if we're going to get to floor 18. I think 17 is going to be where we stop. So if we keep killing the mini bosses, at least we can stack up essence. The overall bonus, I think, is based on your total number of essence, not what floor you get to when you die. So we should get decent reward chances. About to hit 90. 100k would be crazy. That would be a new record. I don't think I've hit 100k before. "44 seconds? Possible." Seconds. Two seconds. Let's get close. We're at 95k. Nah, I think we'll be just shy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be like 97, 98. Oh, okay, that's good to know that it's pretty attainable. Oh wow, and I beat the floor. Ah, thanks to the floor bonus, we hit over 100k in essence. Yeah, that's a new record. 6 seconds left. We're just gonna die immediately on the next floor. Alright, but we hit floor 18. I think that's a new personal best. It'll show on the nameplate for the characters after we beat it. Okay, that's the end of the run. $101,910. No, we didn't throw a symbol once. It's funny. 13,000 karma embers. That's pretty good. For 15 minutes of work, not bad. Now, here are our rewards based on our total. So, that's a lot of rank 5s. Mm. Rank 5 is the highest right now. I'm not seeing any that are really that good, though. The stat bonuses are good. But now it seems pretty lackluster. What we want are the ones that say X percentage boost for certain emblems. Yeah, I'm not seeing any that are worth taking. Okay. And we don't get cumulative levels for doing the bonus modes, I don't think. This is another fun one. Truly Endless, the parameters that affect what you're doing will change every time you go in. There is no endless mode, like a completely endless mode yet. I think that'll be coming in future updates. Endless change is kind of the same thing, but it randomizes the parameters. And you can choose to randomize it. So this is just a random combination. I can just have it re-roll, and then that'll be the parameters for that run. This one just changes it every time. And Transient Hero, that's going to require kind of a different strategy. That's where we died earlier. Right at the end. The ability emblem, that's also interesting. Changes per attempt. Okay. Look at the unlocks. We have 2.1 million embers. I should start buying up weapons. You can think of who I want to take out on the next run. We're going to get ready to wrap up in a minute here. But I think we should probably work our way up from the bottom. I don't know. Systematically, eventually everyone's weapon will be upgraded. I want everyone transcended, and then ultimately everyone will have maxed out cumulative levels, but that'll take a long time. Can unlock Liu Bei's weapon. It's 50k per pop, and I think the rare ones might be more. Oath swords for Liu Bei. Increase attack by 5% for every shoe emblem. Start of the phase replenishes health to 50% if it's below 20. Okay, we'll do one more. Let's go Samurai Warriors character. Unlock Nene. She gets golden wings. Golden wings gives you 2 crystal beads from the start. Increases attack speed by 5% for 10 seconds after you evade. We're almost done with the lower section here. I think everybody's got their weapon, except for Huangjong. I guess we can just grab his over here. Star Striker. Musou Gauge increases 10% for every shoe emblem, 10% charge. Every time you inflict disorient, 1 second off summoning cooldown. That's wind, I believe. Then we'll have to move our way up here. I probably have enough embers to unlock the majority of the character's weapons. I'll have to look at that. Only a handful have been transcended. A lot of work to do. All right, let us wrap up. Let me see who's online to raid. It's a little bit late from when I'm normally streaming, but let's see if any of my fellow peers are online. I see Libs online. What are they up to? Cheese rolling. I don't know what that is, but we haven't rated Lib in a while, so we can go head over there and see how everything's going on their channel. Let me go ahead and mute this and go to outro. And we'll call that a stream for today. Did some good grinding, made some progress. Still a lot to be done in Warriors Abyss. It will continue to be a regular event streaming here on the channel. I will be off next week. I don't think I'll have time to stream because I'm going to be traveling at the end of the week. But if I end up having time to stream, then I'll probably post something in Discord and on Twitter. But in the meantime, thanks to everyone who came and hung out. Hope everyone has a good rest of your day, evening, or morning. And I will catch you folks later. Now let's see how the cheese rolling is going on Lib's channel. I'll catch you folks later.